World Link to Teiring experience. I just want to start off by saying that I have tiered before, those being Airi, World Link 1, Airi 5, and Airi 6. This means that I already have the prior knowledge of knowing what to do. When the World Link 2 banner came out, I pulled for the set, which I ended up getting with me sparking for Minori. With me having the full set, this ended up being my team for the event. For Minori and Haruka's chapter, I only burned my nats, especially making sure I didn't use any of the energy I had saved up for Airi's chapter. This was so that I had enough to tier for Airi's event. Despite me only using my nats, I was able to get decent tiers for the both of them. For Airi's World Link Chapter 1, was aiming for T1000 originally since it was extremely doable for me because I had over 100 large cans of energy saved for her chapter. Usually, World Link chapters start and end at 4 AM in the UK, which means I had to do an all-nighter to play at the start of the event. Not complaining though. When her chapter started, I played in co-op rooms with 50 energy on ×5 until my energy ran out, which was in about an hour. At this point, it was around 5 AM, and I was extremely tired, so I ended at T313 and I went to bed. When I woke up after a few hours, my family told me that we were actually going to the beach, which was great for everyone, except me, because I knew I was definitely going to drop in my tier, which I was right. I couldn't play during the car ride at all due to bad Wi-Fi. However, I did ask people on the R8SS Discord server for tiering tips, and somebody did, which ended up being my strategy for this chapter. When my family and I got to the beach, we settled down and I immediately logged onto pjsk to see my tier. And I had dropped so badly, which meant I had to lock in. I couldn't play co-op without disbanding, so I played solo rounds with 50 energy on ×5. And that somehow got me back at a good tier. I did enjoy the beach trip, though my tier was at the back of my mind, however. After the beach trip, we got home around 8 PM when I started to tier again. I started at T559. And I once again played co-op rooms with 50 energy with ×5 until I ran out of energy, which I ended up at T462, and concluded my day 1 of the Airi chapter. Around day 2, I found a decent way to tier, which is to play twice during the day, which for me, those times were 12 PM and 8 PM. I would play at 12 PM because that's when the Project Sekai day resets, unlocking the challenge shows, and I wouldn't play until 8 PM so I could have a break, and my tier wouldn't go down too much. I would also only play using 50 energy on ×5 throughout the whole event. With that in mind, at 12 PM I tiered again, starting at T569 and ending at T436. And at 8 PM, I couldn't remember what tier I ended up dropping down to because I didn't screenshot it. But after I played, I did end up at T447. This concluded day 2 of Airi chapter. For day 3, I did the same strategy as before, playing at midday and at 8 PM, starting at around T500-ish and ending at around T400. However, when I was playing co-op rooms at 8, I disconnected, and that caused me to get a co-op ban for over 12 hours! This was extremely bad because the final surge was happening in about 7 hours, making it so I couldn't play co-op until Shizuku's chapter. I went into the R8SS Discord server to ask what to do, and they all said to do solo runs until the end of Airi's chapter, as I would definitely have enough event points to get T1000 or more. For final surge, I started to play at 11 PM, and I listened to the people's advice. I played in solo shows until Airi's chapter ended. I only played Ida Rainbow Envy on ×5 energy, because it is the shortest song in the game, so I can get more points. When I started, I was T484, and when Airi's chapter ended, I was T330, which meant I got T400. After Airi's chapter ended, I took a well-deserved break, because I was so tired from tiering. For Shizuku's chapter, I only burned my nats, and I ended up with T2000.